An organization where discipline is highly entrenched seems to do better because when there is no discipline, staff tends to misbehave. When a staff thinks that it can get away with whatever it does, that means that organization is in trouble. Welcome to today's episode on Hospitality Review. In today's episode, we are looking at the human resource management in a hotel, the HR department, their duties and responsibilities, their functions, and what is human resource management now? Human resource management is a strategic approach to effectively manage hotel staff to ensure high level of guest satisfaction, productivity, and smooth operation. Human resource management is responsible for recruitment, training, supervising, and supporting staff to achieve the hotel goal or objective. Human resource management, we have several functions which include recruitment and staffing, hiring right people in various departments. For example, if there is shortage of staff in the kitchen, the human resource management is responsible for sorting out personnel to be employed in the kitchen. Now, in the kitchen, we know that we have several sections in the kitchen. They need maybe a pastry chef or a commis. It is the responsibility of the human resource management to source for those incredible personnel. Or let's say the front desk department is understaffing. It is the responsibility of the human resource management to hire credible candidates. If the human resource management is sorting out for credible candidates to be a front desk personnel, of course you look out for someone who studied mass communication or who did English, because as a GSA, as a guest service agent, you need to know how to communicate with your guests. With simple terms, communication is very, very essential in the front desk department. The human resource management also conducts interviews, background checks, and onboarding. They help the new employee to onboard. Now, when we talk about training as human resource management, in advanced country, after the orientation and induction process, the staff must undergo a training section. It's either on the job training or off the job training. You must undergo a training section to help you equipped with the knowledge that you need to disseminate your job description. One of the functions of the human resource management is performance management, like rewarding high level of performance and correcting poor performance. Rewarding high level of performance can also be seen as a motivation. By rewarding your staff, is either by increasing their salary, their wages, or calling them out and appreciating them is also a way of motivation. Motivation could go a long way in a staff's life. When you motivate them, it makes them to do better than the way they were before. When you motivate a staff that has been performing well, of course others too can learn from it, because of course I would want to be appreciated, so I will try as much as possible to put more effort to my job. The HR department also handle grievances in the hotel. They make sure that conflicts are being sorted out, and they also ensure positive work environment. When there is peace, organization seems to function well. One of the functions of the human resource management is compensation and benefits, ensuring fair and timely payments. Now, there's something about salaries and wages. Once your wages or your salary is being delayed, it automatically drops the person's morale. It drops the person's morale. Now, I'm expecting my salary by the end of the month, let's say 30th or 31st of the month, and by 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, up to 10th, my salary is not being paid. Emotionally and psychologically, it drops the person's morale. The HR department is responsible for making sure that staffs are paid on time. Another function of the human resource management is designing salary structures, benefits, and wages. Now, one of the benefits that staff enjoyed in some organizations are health care. In some hotel, there's what is called sick bail. A sick bail in a hotel is like a first aid treatment. If the nurse on duty cannot handle it, that is when they checked you into a hospital. And Some hotel too, they have what is called lunch break, lunch pack. They provide food for staff that are working in that hotel. One can never underrate the importance of the HR department because it improves guest satisfaction by ensuring well-trained and motivated staff, promote brand reputation, promote brand image, and help manage crisis, conflicts, absenteeism, or emergency staffing. When there's so much complaint on a particular staff being rude, arrogant, that has no character, if you need to lay off that staff, please do, because your company is at stake. Once a staff keeps on misbehaving and misbehaving and misbehaving, please lay off the staff. Don't say that this person will change. A bad person is a bad person. A good person will always be a good person. A healthy staff is a productive staff. If you have the resources to have a sick bail in your hotel, please do, because it is very important and essential. But if you have a sick bail in your hotel, of course it will reduce health crisis in a hotel. Until our next episode on Hospitality Review, I remain your girl, Wati. Sha 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 sha.